Well, welcome to this installment of Life at All Saints, Living in Faith Every Day. Today, I'm glad to be joined by Eli Gleckler. Eli, thank you for being on camera with me today. I'm going to be talking to Eli about his involvement at All Saints. As we do every month, we are trying to highlight the many ways that people are stewards at All Saints, the many ways that they give not only of their finances, but specifically of their time and talents and gifts to benefit this place and this ministry. So Eli, again, thank you. Yeah. So I'd like to begin by asking how long you've been a member at All Saints.
As long as I can remember. We went to one church before this, but that was I was very small. Okay. So All Saints has been with me my entire faith journey, really.
Okay, excellent. So what's been most meaningful to you since childhood to now? You're a senior in high school? No, junior.
I'm a junior, yeah.
So you said you've been involved basically your whole life at All Saints. What have been those most meaningful events, gatherings, services, retreats that you, what stuck out to you?
Easily the mission trips. Okay. It's just, you can't replicate that. I'm sure you could ask any of our youth and they would say, yeah, the mission trip has such a huge impact on your life.
Say more about that. What aspects of those mission trips have really stuck with you and become profound to you?
It's like when you get there, it's just a different environment and everyone's kind of encapsulated in, the Spirit of God, and you just congeal as a group with random people, with your youth group, with just everyone is coming together for one purpose, and that's to serve God and be in God's presence. So it's just, you can't get that from a church service, and it's hard to get that even on Sunday nights, and we try to, go back to that, and it's just surreal. Yeah. So much God.
I went with some of the middle school students last weekend for a confirmation weekend at L.I.F.E, and that very thing that you're talking about, an hour on a Saturday once a month with the confirmation students can't replicate, can't hold a candle to the bonding and like you said, the way that you can congeal as a group when you get out of this place, get out of town and go on a trip. So yeah, that's valuable.
Starts is on those retreats, it starts you're just having fun with your friends, and then you're having fun, and then you start to realize that God is really bringing you together, and it becomes about not just spending time with your friends, but spending time with God with your friends.
And it's a lot different than any kind of school event that you might do. It's like the formality has been taken away, and it's like you're allowing God to move, or the Spirit of God to kind of unite you in ways that kind of can only happen on a mission trip or in a place like that. So
emotionally, you're stripped bare, vulnerable. There's nothing really in the way, and it's fine because everyone's there with you. There's nothing between you.
Very well put. Thank you. So tell me about some of the ways that you've become more involved, maybe since middle school, high school, in various ministries at All Saints.
Well, most recently, and probably a couple of you have seen me, I played in the band on the cajon. I played my cello. I've been up in the soundboard helping out. So that's really what I've been doing recently, besides coming to youth group and serving with the youth group.
Excellent. So life for a high school student is obviously busy. I know you're involved in sports and activities and plenty of things. So the heart of what I'm wanting to get to is for everyone watching, why do you feel it's important to kind of give your time and talents above everything else that you're involved with in life? Why is All Saints, or why is the church something to add something else to your plate? Why is it worth adding to that?
So at first, I'm going to be honest, it was personal. It was not, I guess, maybe selfish. I wanted an opportunity to, express myself. At first, I wanted to learn the soundboard because, I kind of mess around with music tech at home. And it was just like, oh, hey, why not get some experience like in real life? And then, you know, Mary, your wife, was like, hey, do you want to play cello? And I'm like, sure, I would love to play cello and play cajon because I love playing music. But really, after I started bringing my cello in, everyone, like after the service, they would be like, oh, wow, Eli, that sounded so nice. Like, that really adds so much. And then I started realizing that it wasn't just about me having an opportunity to express myself, but the benefit it gave to me was kind of not as significant as the benefit it gave to everyone else.
Yeah.
Just hearing that and trying to put that into words, just like,
Your benefit became secondary.
yeah, it's about like once you see the impact of what you're doing, you can really realize what you're actually giving. And yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Well, and I'm a fan of the cello and how it's added to countless songs now. It adds a whole element it takes a song to a different level of beauty and depth. So yeah, thank you for that gift. So I also want to ask you, how do you think being a member and being involved at All Saints has helped deepen your faith in God?
Well, since I've always been a member at All Saints, I don't really have much to compare to. I guess I would say the real strength here at All Saints is definitely the youth program, youth ministries. And the opportunities you have to develop as a youth here are just incomparable. Like I was talking about earlier, the bond you feel on the mission trips. We're very close as a youth group, and that's really shaped my faith journey. Just having close friends with me the whole way.
People who you know kind of have your back and you know you can be vulnerable around.
Yeah, you can always fall back on them.
Yeah, excellent. Well, we'll conclude with that. Thank you, Eli. I'm so glad to have you part of the Life at All Saints series, but more than that, to have you as a colleague, a friend, and a member at All Saints. So thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.